Did the monkey just talk?
We need Kong. The world needs him.
Godzilla will come for him. It would be a death sentence.
Godzilla vs. Kong in theaters and on HBO Max the exact same day. Rated PG-13.
I know Gia is only a child. She's the only one he'll communicate with. And we need Kong.
Here we go.
This won't end until one of them submits.
Are you sure the monkey's gonna survive this?
It's us I'd worry about.
It's so massive.
Godzilla vs. Kong in theaters and on HBO Max March 31st. Rated PG-13.
Hey guys, welcome back to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more, and welcome to my first kaiju monster movie video. Now, I've always wanted to cover the Godzilla vs. Kong movie that's coming out very soon, at least next month, and I'm pretty excited, and I know that some of you guys who are my viewers are pretty excited about this movie as well, so I kind of wanted to share my take on this and just do a quick breakdown. Not going to be exactly thorough, but I just want to do a breakdown real quick and share my experience with the kaiju monster movies. Now, if you are new to the channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. I post videos on a daily, and be sure to check out my channel when you get a chance, when you're done watching this video. I do video uploads once again on a daily, and I do live streams from time to time. And lastly, go to my Discord where you can get the latest in comic books, movies, games, even rants. We have the channels for that, memes, you name it, it's all there. Join the Discord family. The invitation link to that is down in the description box below, guys. I'd appreciate it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get back to the video. So Godzilla vs. Kong is what's trending right now. Everybody's excited. Everybody's been wanting to see this battle. The last time we actually saw a battle like this was like over 40 years ago, at least. We actually had an original King Kong versus Godzilla. There is copyright issues. That's why you don't see King Kong in the title. And this is very much so a Godzilla film, because before it was called King Kong versus Godzilla, the original movie. But this one's just titled Godzilla vs. Kong, and they can't use King Kong, so they just refer to the big ape as just Kong. Now, it looks like this movie is going to be exploring a different side of King Kong, at least a new intelligence. King Kong is actually able to communicate with humans using sign language. It's a special kind of sign language for the kaiju monsters in this case. It's not going to be your typical average American sign language, but it's going to be a new sign language developed for monsters like King Kong. We've never actually got to explore this side of King Kong before, but Kong is a rather intelligent creature. He's not an idiot. He's just a big brute, but he has a softer side. He's able to communicate. He's able to understand. He's able to distinguish his allies and his enemies, at least. So this is really, really cool. I'm very excited about this movie. It's going to premiere on HBO Max at the same time it is going to premiere in theaters, but I'm going to be safe and watch it in my own home and watch the two big giants duke it out on the screen. And a lot of theories has already come up, but we can already say that it's already been confirmed that a greater evil, like an evil corporation, and of course Mechagodzilla, a very familiar foe of Godzilla lore, Mechagodzilla is set to appear in this movie. We already saw a screen cap of that where Mechagodzilla is just wreaking havoc in a city and just destroying everything. And I think this movie is going to pull a Batman v Superman. And what I mean by that is that initially we got a confrontation between Batman and Superman where there was a greater evil that actually was lurking, and they had to set aside their differences and work together. And I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to go in the classic route where Mechagodzilla was in disguise to make himself look like Godzilla. I doubt that they're going to be doing that. But if you ever watch the classic movies of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla in 1974, they had Mechagodzilla, but first it came out with a synthetic skin, just disguising himself as Godzilla to make Godzilla seem like the villain, whereas Godzilla is mostly portrayed to be the hero in most movies. Godzilla is just a giant creature who just goes about keeping every other kaiju monster in check without regard of what he's stomping around. Godzilla does cause havoc, but unintentionally so, because he's only there to accomplish a goal, and that is to keep all the kaiju monsters in check. He sort of creates this balance between all the creatures, making sure that all the creatures aren't going about and just wreaking havoc. So Godzilla is mostly a peaceful creature. He is a protagonist, but something is just freaking him out and he's just getting very upset and he's taking out all his frustration and anger on Kong. So he's just pretty much trying to figure out what the source of this disruption of the world is, like, but Kong is getting in the way, so that's why Godzilla has no choice but to face Kong. And that's what I'm thinking. That's my theory. I'm thinking that Godzilla is out there just hurting people and killing and just wreaking havoc because something's not right. Something's causing a disruption in the balance of these monsters, but Kong is getting in the way and Godzilla has no choice but to fight Godzilla. And that's what I think it is. And I think some of the scenes that we see in this trailer, I think it could be Mechagodzilla in here in disguise as Godzilla. But then again, I could be wrong. Maybe they're not going in the route where they disguise Mechagodzilla with some sort of synthetic skin. I could be wrong. We also got some new shots. If you actually saw the beginning of this video, we got some new shots of Godzilla. We even had a nice aerial shot of Godzilla in Hong Kong. A very nice aerial shot where Godzilla is just getting ready to blast his atomic breath towards up in the air. But from our point of view, our perspective, it looks like he's about to fire at us, the audience, which was a really, really beautiful shot. I really liked it. So I wanted to use this as a thumbnail. Now, as far as who would win in this battle, I'm just going to set my theory and say that I think Godzilla is going to win this fight overall, at least at the very beginning from the trailer. At the very beginning, we get a trailer of Godzilla climbing onto the boat, ready to face Kong, but I think he wins this battle because of one thing, and that is the water. Godzilla has the advantage in the water because he's an excellent swimmer. He can maneuver all over the waters, whereas Kong doesn't have an advantage. In fact, in real life, primates like gorillas and orangutans and chimpanzees, for example, are incapable of swimming because of their low body fat density, and they cannot swim actually very well. All they can do is just paddle around in the water and play, but they cannot swim, at least not for a long period of time. But then again, the classic King Kong movies kind of contradict that because we've seen King Kong capable of swimming in the old classic films, like this clip over here. I only have an image shot of it, but we see King Kong here swimming back to Skull Island. If you've ever watched the classic films, we'll see how Kong fares in that fight in the water, but I think Godzilla has won that fight at the very beginning. And of course, there's going to be multiple fights throughout the movies as the movie progresses. But I think he wins the initial fight. And afterwards, I don't know exactly who's going to win. But I think they're going to actually come to terms and fight Mechagodzilla together. And that'll be it. And both King Kong and Godzilla will go their separate ways. I know I keep calling Kong King Kong, but I'm so used to calling that creature King Kong. I know there's a licensing issue where actually Warner Brothers are not allowed to use the name King Kong, so they'll just call him Kong because technically it's not the complete name. But that's pretty much it. That's my breakdown of this movie trailer. You let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Who's going to win this fight? I'm calling it. Godzilla has this fight, and I think he's going to win. Godzilla has multiple advantages over Kong. Kong does have some advantages over Godzilla, whereas Godzilla is stronger than Kong because he's a very bulky beast and he's huge and he has abilities, whereas Kong's only advantage is his dexterity and his long limbs. Kong's able to tackle, punch, and kick his enemies, whereas Godzilla is able to blast his enemies with his atomic breath and whip his enemies with his massive tail and basically just grasp his enemies with his claws. He has very small limbs, but still Godzilla is a huge beast and he has strength and mass over King Kong, whereas King Kong is actually a bit faster than Godzilla and he has longer limbs and he's able to actually duke it out very well with Godzilla. So I think both of them are going to be a match for each other, but I'm still going to side with Godzilla and I'm going to root for him instead because I think he has this fight in the bag. So you let me know your thoughts and theories, guys. You comment down below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.